take a moment and try this additional do now that has some problems going to find the molecular formula and some problems finding the empirical formula for better practice. Pause the video, try it, and then check your work. So for this first problem, it tells me a compound has an empirical formula of CH and a molecular mass, also that's like a synonym for molar mass, of 78 grams. What is the molecular formula? So I can find the molar mass of CH, which is the empirical formula. There's one C that weighs 12 grams per mole, one H that weighs 1. If I add that together, I get 13 grams per mole. And what I could do is I could take the molecular mass, the mass of the molecule or the compound, and I can divide it by the mass of the empirical that I just found, and that will give me the integer that I have to multiply the subscripts of the empirical formula by. It's really basically telling me that the molecular formula is 6 times bigger than the empirical formula, as shown by dividing these masses. So all I have to do is multiply my subscripts, which are each 1, by 6, and I get that my molecular formula is C6H6. If this integer was 7, then it would be C7H7, so on and so forth. And whenever I divide these numbers, I should get a whole number in order to get the molecular formula. If I look at this one, okay, I'm trying to find the empirical formula and they give me percents by mass. Whenever they give me percents by mass and ask for the empirical formula, assume that you have 100 grams so that you can turn these percent by masses directly into masses. So I could assume I have 27 grams of S, 13 grams of O, and 59.6 grams of Cl. I can do this because the formula is just a whole number ratio, so it doesn't matter what assumption I'm starting with. So once you mass it out like this, now we've got to turn these masses into moles in order to find the formula. So whenever you're asked for a formula, an empirical formula, you've got to mole it out. When in doubt, mole it out, because the formula represents mole ratios, not mass ratios. So again, just beware, don't turn these masses right away into subscripts. We've got to mole it out, and then those mole ratios become the subscripts. So I'm going to look up the atomic masses of each of these elements, okay, with my periodic table, and I'm going to create a conversion factor out of those molar masses. I want grams in the bottom so they cancel out. I want moles on top, and I can always use the molar mass to go between grams and moles. Make sure the molar mass is always next to G, or grams, because 1 mole, for instance, of sulfur weighs 32 grams. And when I do this, make sure to keep enough significant figures so that when you eventually work to get these into whole number ratios, you get nice whole numbers, because if you don't keep enough digits, you're not going to get nice whole numbers. So notice I've kept 3 significant figures for each of these. Keep at least 3. All right, these essentially are the subscripts. Okay, this is my subscript for S, this is my subscript for O, this is my subscript for Cl, but we've now just got to work on getting them into whole numbers because we want our subscripts to be whole number ratios. So what I would do is I would find which of these is the smallest number, and I would say, okay, 0.838 is the smallest number, and I'm going to divide all of these numbers by 0.838. And when I do that, I'll find that the subscript of sulfur should be about 1, and I might get something slightly different than 1, but it's very, very close to 1. I can round it to 1. And O is 1, so I don't have to write those in, and Cl is 2. And there's my empirical formula. If I were to get something like 2.5 here, then I would just need one extra step where I multiply all the subscripts again by 2 to scale it up by a factor of 2 to get rid of that 0.5, but I don't have to here. And this question here is just kind of very similar to the first one, just practicing again with different numbers. So here's my empirical formula. Here's the molar mass of the molecular formula, which I don't know. So I want to take a moment, get the molar mass of CH4, which is 16, and then I can take the 80 and divide by that molar mass to figure out how many times bigger is the molecular formula, and I find it's 5 times bigger. So what I want to do is I want to multiply my subscripts of the empirical formula by 5 to get my molecular formula, and I get C5H20 by multiplying 1 and 4 respectively by 5.